Welcome back. We are here in my summer place at Savo, Finland. The sauna is just warming up, so I thought I had some time to do one episode of Golden Rules for Practical Musicians in 2020. You know, when I started to play in the early 20s, I soon realized that the most valuable thing, besides playing well, was that you can sing also something. I understood very fast that it will actually double or triple your gigs if you have some kind of ability to sing. Backing vocals, but also lead vocals. So it was a big step for me, and I started to practice it. First by just singing in the shower, and then singing in the microphone, and then playing at the same time I was singing. Now when we started to play these hotel and restaurant gigs, there could be evenings that we would play for 5 or 6 sets. So that was about 6 times 40 minutes of music. So it's more than 100 songs. It's going to be very tough for the lead singer if nobody else sings in the band. The first thing you have to understand is that you don't have to be a Pavarotti to sing in a cover band or sing in the professional band. You can choose your songs from the artists that are not so familiar for singing very technically. Let's say like Bob Dylan or a Chuck Berry tune or something easy rock and roll tunes. So the range doesn't have to be very big, and if your sound is a little bit personal, if you can just hold up some kind of note, I'm sure you can do it just fine. Just practice 2 or 3 songs. That will help a lot the lead singer if you can do it. So the next important thing is to play at the same time that you're singing. And of course it's not so easy. If you're playing a guitar, it's a little bit easier because you can take breaks when you're singing. You don't have to. You can just play the fills when you're not singing. But if you're playing the bass, you have to have a really good timing, really good rhythm at the same time that you sing the melody. Actually, I would say that playing bass and singing at the same time is probably the most difficult instrument to do that combination. So I started to play the drums and sing at the same time, just getting the beat going on, and then sing some familiar songs. But by time I got to get a little bit more difficult songs, like playing the James Brown tunes and singing at the same time. So it's gonna take a little bit more motoristic kind of skills. But the main thing is that you should just repeat as much as you can. The repeat. You know that the same rule that goes for playing is the same rule that goes to singing. The more you do it, the more better you do it. So just start doing it, and you will have this kind of flesh memory that you will find in some point that your muscles remember it, you don't have to remember. And if you're doing 2 things at the same time, if you're playing the drums and singing at the same time, either one has to be automatic. You have to know the words to the song, or you have to know the chords very well to the song. You can concentrate on one very well, and the other one is just doing it very automatic. But soon I found out that when I started doing this and representing my skills in the gigs, and I can sing the 2 or 3 something basic songs, I noticed very fast that my gigs actually doubled or tripled. There wasn't so many singing drummers in Finland. Actually, there still is not so many singing drummers in Finland. You can count maybe 1 or with 2 hands the good singing drummers, and these people will never run out of gigs. There's always a demand for people who can sing and play at the same time. So if you want to double your gigs soon, start to practice with some really easy songs that doesn't have a very big range, or it's not technically very difficult to sing, and start playing with it. But remember that you have to rehearse it with the microphone. It's a very different thing to sing without the microphone than with the microphone, because you hear yourself singing and you will be amazed how much difference there is with the tune and everything like that. So this is the golden rule for you. It's singing and playing business. You should do both. So thank you for coming to my summer place. The sauna is just getting warm, so I have to go there. But if you want to see more of this stuff, you know, there's a little bell down there so you can have always the good information that something is coming up. So please subscribe to the channel and push the bell. So I see you later, and no matter what, let's enjoy the summer. And remember the mothers, they are the most important people for musicians after all. See you soon. Music is the best, except mothers.